everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar. It's time for another episode of MLB 16 The Show with Ajax Booker. Last episode was pretty cool because it was the first episode that I had in AAA. Things are still going really good too, which I absolutely love. So, I'm pretty excited about what AAA is going to bring. I hope that I have just as much success here as I did in AA, because if I do, then I'll be at the majors pretty quick. All right, so 1 home run in the last game too. That was awesome. I wasn't expecting to get a home run on my first game in the AAA. Been focusing on so many other things besides hitting power by this point. So, that's good. One of the big things I have done in between last episode and this episode too is I've gotten some more equipment. Sporting the Under Armour shoes, got like a wristband. I've also gone ahead and I've purchased, this may sound a little, outside the box, but I also purchased some catcher's gear. You'll find that stuff relatively cheap in-game, and it still helps with a lot of stuff, even though I'm not a catcher. Good hit in a left field. That will be a single, and hopefully the first hit of the game. I mean, I'm saying first as if there's going to be a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I don't know. We'll see. But since there is somebody on second, I won't be able to steal right here. As we're kind of going to be on the base pass here just for a second, I wanted to let you guys know that for the next episode, I want to have another Q&A session. I haven't done those for a while, and I absolutely love it. I know a lot of you have asked me some questions about some of the things that are kind of going on in my life, some things that have changed in the last, gosh, what's it been, 3-4 years since I've been doing this? Actually, it's longer than that, isn't it? Dang. Anyway, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened over the course of my life since this got started, and Q&A sessions has always been cool because you guys really want to know what's been going on. So, just like we've done in previous years and in previous episodes, go ahead and just put a question in the comment section below. It can be whatever you want. I'll go through and I'll read them. Obviously, keep them appropriate and stuff like that too. But just comment, and I'll try and get to it in the next video. I think it'll be kind of cool to go ahead and do that again. All right, so since the runner at second was able to round third and head home, I think you guys kind of know what's coming right here. I don't know if I'll activate Showtime or not. Nope, I think I'm good. I forgot this guy had a super long delivery, so I didn't want to go ahead and waste any of that Showtime. I don't know what you call it, but anyway, expending that stuff on something where I felt pretty comfortable. I'm going to get on over to third. You can see I was already sliding by the time that the catcher started making the throw over to third, so I knew it was going to be pretty good. Count is full now. Both of the runners are in scoring position. So a chopper on the ground, not going to go home, but go over to first instead. And that works for me because I will be another run here for Syracuse. So we're expanding the lead here against the Red Wings, doing what I can, and again, stolen bases absolutely helps. So we're up 2-1 now. It looks like that they got a run in between the last clip and this one. No outs, runners on first and third, so if it does come to me, I'm going to be trying to go for the double play. That doesn't come to me, but I'll try and get on over to second. The throw to first will not be in time. I didn't get a chance to go full power on that one with the throw over to first because the pitcher was not going to get there in time. It seems like that the few instances that I've seen with the pitcher getting on over to first has been something that isn't going so well for the computer. I don't know if they've changed that at all, because it seems like the pitcher was always over at first base before the runner. I don't know. Maybe that guy was just super quick too. Gosh, top of the second. This is my second at bat here. 3-2 is the score. Another opportunity to bring some people home. Holding off on that first pitch, as I always do. Well, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time I do. Coming to AAA, a lot of things got reset. I know I've mentioned that earlier, as far as like the computer strategy. And one of the things that was really starting to get annoying is every first pitch was kind of right down the heart of the plate. Going Showtime here. Oh, thank you. Third baseman not able to get it. One run comes home. Another runner advances on over to third. Oh, never mind. I'm going to second. He should not try to throw that. I think if he were, the runner at third would probably try to come home. Another full count. Wow, we're really working the pitcher here. You can see 46 pitches, still in the top of the second. That one's going to be on the ground. How am I not out? You know, I get it. He's out at first, so at the end of the day, you get the same result. But I thought, you know, he would have tagged him, or would have tagged me or something like that. Gosh, top of the third and my third at-bat. I wish there were more games like this, to be honest. 72 pitches here into the third. Be hilarious if this guy tried to go for a complete game. No, that'd be ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I mean, at this rate, that's like, what, 219 pitches or something like that? Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, 4-3 is the count. We seem to be going back and forth as to who ends up having the lead here. 1-0 count. There we go. There's the first strike. So I feel like I've got the green light to start swinging at some of these pitches. Arribe. The opposing pitcher. Haven't come across the De La Rosa yet. I was seriously debating calling my player something De La Rosa. There we go. Third baseman's going to get that one. Throw out over at second. That will go ahead and end the inning. So that'll go as a fielder's choice, of course, for me. 7 hits to 5. 4 runs to 3. Gosh, that's still quite a lot. I don't know if it's like walks or what, but we've gone through a lot of hitters here. Nobody on, nobody out. Just gonna go over to first base with this one. No problem at all. Just gotta make sure I throw it right where it needs to be. Yep, we good. Fielding has been improving as well. That's been one of the things as far as training points I've been using to kind of get just the overall up a little bit more. That's basically the thing that's taken most into consideration when it comes to being promoted, is what is my overall rating versus those who are above me. So just those small little things kind of end up going a long way. That's going to get past the second baseman. Going to go to the right fielder. Ooh, that was a bold move on his part, but ended up working in the end. That guy's probably a speedster. I was seriously not expecting him to get on over to third. I guess that was a little bit of a slow roller too. I don't know if my right fielder has got a bad arm. Could have added to that decision. Kenny Dean now comes to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth. We're still up 4-3. But this game has been going so slow. I've seriously started contemplating whether or not, you know, I would show some of this stuff, like these routine ground ball outs. But, you know, I feel like this is important, and it does kind of mix things up a little bit. You know, I remember a few years ago, maybe it was even last year, where I turned off fielding for some, like, in-between games for some videos to try and get through them. But I'll tell you what, I just kind of dragged on quite a bit. And so, I don't know, I think those fielding opportunities are just a good overall break from things. Gosh, 5th inning? What is this, 4th, 5th at-bat? This is insane. Anyway, new pitcher, of course, since we're sitting at 15 pitches. You know, I wish I'd have more RBIs than I really do here at this point. You know, some solid hits. We really could have gotten a lot more runs here. I mean, the important thing is we've got the lead, so we're good. But I don't think my clutch hitting is necessarily that great. I mean, it's definitely not where I would want it to be. That's okay. 12-6 curve ends up going out of the strike zone. I was a little concerned about that one because I knew it was going to be somewhat close. Man, I remember in MLB 2K, that 12-6 curve was ridiculous. And it was like perfectly vertical too, top to bottom every single time. Man, those are the days. I went back and I watched some of those videos a little bit ago. Man, the graphics were really bad. Granted, we're talking about a previous generation of consoles. Oh, good hit. Yeah, previous gen of consoles and stuff like that, but even compared to the show at the time, just awful. But that's okay. We grow up. You got a better product. I mean, I remember the only reason I played 2K was because I only had an Xbox 360. And I wasn't making enough when it came to YouTube to like purchase a PS4. And I was pretty poor at that time too. I remember I was like working at Blockbuster or something like that as a manager, making was it like 10 something? It wasn't that much. It might have even been like $9.75, I think is what I started out with. Granted, that was like 2006. Anywho, yeah, good times. And then I look at where I am now. Lots happened actually between now and then when I'm thinking career-wise. Anyway, the career of Ajax Booker is looking pretty good. Again, as I'm on the base pass, I'm not going to have a chance to steal second. Is it wrong that I feel so down every time that this happens? When I know I'm not going to be able to steal a base? I mean, Ajax Booker's built for speed. And I kind of want to do something to get the person in front of me out, but the game's really close. I don't know, I'm just not as invested, of course, in long-term AAA success. You know, the wins and loss column for this doesn't matter so much for me as it is getting those training points. That way I can move up to the major league level. That, for me, is like what's most important. And I'm being pretty selfish at this point, I know. Once I get to the major league level, then obviously I'm going to be worried about the team and they'll still be, struck out. There's still going to be some stuff that I'll be focused on for me. I mean, I want to break records. I want to get things like most stolen bases in a single season. That type of stuff. But, I'm not going to go ahead and, like, throw a game or anything. Or, like, do something to get the person on the base paths in front of me out just so I can steal that base. I mean, that's not the kind of player I am, nor the kind of person. And gosh, that guy's delivery is slow. Oh, what? Oh, sweet. All right, he's out. So no harm done. I was really worried that was going to break the streak. I've been fielding 1,000 in AAA and AA, I believe, as well. I remember I had one error, and that was the first fielding chance that I had. But that was in like the player showcase before I was even picked up by a team. So after being picked up, I haven't thrown one error yet. I haven't missed a ball to the point where it's been considered an error. That type of stuff. Game's tied up. We're still going back and forth all game long with who's been in the lead. And there has been a lot of offense. And I'm guessing there's probably been a lot of runners left on base. Just from the looks of how many hits both teams have gotten, and when you look at the total run count as well. Again, I wish I could see how many walks there have been, too. Oh, I forgot. I've got somebody who's speedy right in front of me. I've thought about laying down the bunt to see if I could advance him on over to second. But then we'd be looking at 2 outs. If there were no outs, I would probably be doing that because if I bunt and then I get out, we've still got a runner in scoring position. Oh, he's going. Oh, my bad, dude. But honestly, sweet catch out there in left field. Those are the type of catches where it's like, oh, man, can't be too mad about that. And, that goes both ways sometimes, too. There's been some times where it goes into the outfield, the AI dives for it and misses. There's sometimes, of course, when it's caught, too, so you win some, you lose some in that case. But it looks like we're up 7-6 now, top of the 9th. And I've already used the Showtime feature. I probably should have waited on that. I can't even remember if in that at-bat, if anything really came from that base hit that I got. I can't remember if somebody came home or not. I mean, if it did, then I probably did a good job. But oh my gosh, that was a bad swing at that slider. I did not see that one. I thought it was going to be a fastball the way that it was coming in. So good job with that slider, I guess. That's pretty nasty stuff. All right, 0-2 count. Another one in the left field. That one's going to roll to the wall. This is going to be an extra base hit. No problem. So with nobody on third, I'll be trying to make that switch over. I'm going to wait, and I'll either see how fast of a delivery the pitcher has, or I'll just go ahead and use the showtime feature to get a pretty good jump on over to third. Yep, we'll go showtime. Here we go. Pretty decent delivery. It's going to be close. Actually, not that close at all. I mean, if the throw was on the other side of the third baseman, that would have been close. I might have even been out, too. No, that would have been good. All right. Runners on first and third. No outs here. Top of the ninth. Still up 7-6. On the ground. Oh, man. I shouldn't have tried to go for that one. That was just me being cocky. I probably should have stayed back at third rather than trying to go for it. Because, yeah, that was right to the third baseman. You know, I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. Can't beat out a throw like that. And that was a solid throw, too. All right, bottom of the ninth. We still up. Nobody out. Runner on second. I got to do my part here. You know, got to get that quick throw over to first. Oh, off the pitcher. At least he got him out. And that's one I'm actually okay with, the pitcher getting that one pretty quickly, because it did fall right in front of him. You know, there have been other ones where like bounce off of his leg, roll over to third, and the third baseman had been already moving in that direction, right where the ball was going to be, right when it came off the bat, or just something crazy that you know would not make any sense. But because of that inning, it looks like the game is tied here in the top of the seventh. Runners on first and second. A chance for me to be the hero here. Ooh, right in the corner. And a sweet beard, too. You know, I've had my beard for quite a while. I don't think I've ever gotten my beard that big, though. Jealous. That's all I have to say. I'm jealous. Got a speedster over at first, too. He's got an 87 speed. Gets over the shortstop's head. That's going to go into center. I'm glad I had somebody speedy at first, because he's going to round third, come home. And there we are with 2 runs. Ajax Booker getting 2 RBIs here in extra innings to give us a 2-run lead. So I have definitely done my job right here for us. And this could end up being, you know, the game winner for us. I mean, if we can hold them in the bottom half of the inning, I think I'm definitely going to be player of the game. I'm super excited about that, of course. But a new pitcher is going to be coming in right here to see if they can shut us down. You know, and I'm pretty sure he will. 2 outs. All right, keep looking at me, dude. Here we go. Ooh, this was not good. That was a bad one to go on. I mean, it sucks going back and taking a look at this, but you know what? It's all right. We were up by 2. It does not matter. We're good. Whoa, 17 hits? 14 hits. Yeah, there have been a lot of hits in this game. Anyway, bottom of the 10th. All right. Wait. We lost? Man. Oh. You know what it was? A grand slam by the opposing team. Look at that. 5 runs batted in, 1 home run. It was a grand slam at the end. Talk about lucky. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. Gosh, a walk-off grand slam. I just realized that. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure that you guys subscribe if you have not already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks again for watching, you guys. As always, I hope you have a good one.